Hello, viewers. So back when I was an undergrad, I used to play a fair amount of Minesweeper until it got in the way of my chess, and that's when I quit Minesweeper. Super rusty, but I think I still recall the patterns, and hopefully you guys will learn something and get some tips out of this video. So the way the game works is very simple. If you click on a square, it tells you how many mines there are in the surrounding squares. Your goal is to click on all the squares that are not mines. So here, we can flag our first mine already. This square only has one square that's not been clicked on yet, so if you right click it, that'll flag this square as a mine. Now you don't have to flag all the mines, that's actually not necessary. The advantage of flagging mines is that you'll know where the mines are so you don't accidentally click on one. And also, if you go to another square like this one over here and click with both your right clicker and left clicker, it'll expose these three squares all at once. So that can save you some clicking and give you some extra speed. Do the same trick again. So this square already has its mine flagged. So if I click on it with both right and left buttons, it'll uncover all these other squares. So again, I can save some time. And same thing here. This has to be in mine because there are two mines in the surrounding squares. We've only flagged one, so the other one must be over here. So same trick, just click with both buttons. So I can save some time. I know this has to be mine and this has to be mine, but if I just flag them, it's going to take me some time. So I'll just click on this one manually. I know these two are mine, so I just click on these guys and that's being mine. So this one is, these two are safe. This one only touches two squares, so both those have to be mines. This has to be mine because there's only one square that's not been covered yet, so I'll flag that one and click with both buttons here. This has to be mine, so this one must be safe. These two must be mines because there are two mines in those squares. We have a 2 there, so flag these ones and expose these. There's a mine. Another mine. Expose some more squares. That's to be mine because there's only one square that's not been uncovered yet. Let's do the same over here. This must be a mine because we have two squares that have to be mines and only one's flagged yet, so this must be the other one. So that came from, this has to be a mine because only one square left, and these two mines and only two squares, so that's how I know those are mines. Let's see, this has to be, okay, this is an important pattern. I call this one the 1-2-1 rule. So you see a pattern like this, you have 1, 2, and a 1, and there's this row of uncovered squares. The only possible pattern is that these two are mines. How do I know that? Well, I know there are two mines in these three squares, because there's a 2 here. But if I had two mines over here, that would be a violation because this square says only one mine in these squares, so that can't be right. This also can't be right because, again, it's only one mine in these two squares. So the only possible pattern is the mines are in front of the ones. So that 1-2-1 rule comes up a lot, and you gotta know it if you're gonna get some good times in Minesweeper. Fast times in solving it, that is. Okay, that must be mine because there's only two squares that have mines in those two over there. So expose this one and that one. And this must be safe. Those are mines. Oh, this must be safe. Okay, that's be mine. Let's see here. So, one thing I'll be able to do is combine information from different squares. So I know there's one mine in these two squares, but there are three mines in these three squares. So the only way that can work is if there's a mine over here. So now there's one mine to satisfy the 3, and one mine to satisfy the 1, so that's the only combination. I'm going to expose all these. And that one's a mine, so this is safe. And this is a mine, so these are also safe. And now, these are safe. And what? Okay, it's saying I set a record, but this is definitely not my record. I set records that are way better than that back in the undergrad days. But, alright. I'll just put my name in there. Okay. Just press continue, hope things work out. Alright, let's try again. I'll try to see if I can just go faster and just show you what, well, not top speed. My top speed was back in the undergrad days, but let's see how bad the rest is. Okay. Lost almost immediately. A lot more frantic clicking than actual strategies, you can see. Let's see, those are safe. And, oh dear. Okay, so, those are safe. Oh my, I'm so rusty. Let's see, I think that's safe. That should be safe, and this should be safe, safe, safe. Oh dear. That's safe, and this here is safe. So you can see I'm not using the flags every time, just going to save some time. Unless you can expose multiple squares at once. There we go. 66 seconds. Oh gosh, that is slow. My record back before was, I think it was like 25 seconds or something. But, yeah. So, we're rusty. Let's try again at a slower pace. See if I can get you some more wisdom. Alrighty. So, I like to click in the corners because, for this exact reason. In the corners, you have the best chance of getting an opening like this where you get a blank square because there's only 3 surrounding squares. So, the odds are decent that none of those 3 squares are mine. So click on a corner, you get a good chance of getting an opening like this. If you click in the center, an opening is going to be less likely. So here's actually an important tip. So here a row of 1s like this square is always safe. Why is that? Well, I know there's 1 mine in these 2 squares, because this square is telling us that. There's 1 mine in these 3 squares, but this square is telling us that mine has to be in those 2. So this third one here must be safe. By the same logic, this square here is also safe. Let's see, can I make any further progress? Not really. I'm going to guess this is safe. And, oh, I have some more information now. Or do I? Okay. So now there are 2 mines in these squares. But now there's 1 mine in these squares. So the other mine for this 2 has to be over there. That's the only possibility. So now there's 1 mine in these 4 squares to satisfy a 2. 1 mine in these 7 squares, so these other 3 must be safe. And oh, we got an opening. So this is a mine. And okay, these must be mines. So this is just the one in the corner. All you tell you is the mine over there. Same principle. Okay, so 1 mine here to satisfy a 2. So this one must be safe to satisfy the 1. So 1-2-1 rule that we learned about earlier. 2 squares to be mines, so there are only 2 squares left, so those both must be mines. Alrighty, let's see, so that's 3 mines, this is safe. 3 mines, so I'll flag it and expose these squares. So that must be a mine, so this is safe. And that must be a mine to satisfy a 3, so these are both safe. The 4 means that's a mine, so these ones are safe. And the satisfy a 3 is a mine there and a mine there, so this one is safe. And the satisfy a 4, so both mines, so this must be safe because we have a, so just slow that down a bit. So there are 4 squares and there are 4 mines, so these are both mines. This one says that's going to be a mine, so I have a mine there, and mine there, so that is satisfy a 3, so this must be safe. That's how I know. Alright, so this must be a mine, so these are be exposed, and then that's a mine, so I can expose these squares, and so on. That's a mine, so these are safe. That's a mine, so these are safe. Okay, so there's one mine in these 2 squares, because we have 2 mines total, and one's already over there. And there are 3 mines over here, but we have 2 of them, so the last one must be over there. So I combine information from this 2 and from this 3 to conclude that this square is safe. And those are all mines, because there are 4 squares and 4 mines. So I can expose all these squares, and that's a mine, so this is safe. So a lot of what Minesweeper is about is being able to recognize those patterns like that 1-2-1 rule I was telling you about earlier, stuff like that, and just having them so internalized you can execute them instantly. So I hope you guys learned something, and hopefully you can break your records at Minesweeper.